Hi everyone, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. I am so sorry. Many of you were on the video chatting away. I went live. I hit a button. I don't know what happened and it ended the video. So I am so sorry about that. I had to, once that happens, I can't bring it back. So I had to just schedule a new stream. So I do apologize for that little hiccup. Hopefully we got the bumps out of the road tonight and we'll be smooth sailing from now on. Thank you so much for making and sending handmade cards. You're absolutely making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. So thank you for all that you do. And I'm so glad that you're with me tonight. Some of you probably don't know what happened and still haven't found me. So hopefully, oh, Sandy can see me. Yay! Robin can see me. Hello, Liz. Excellent. Yay! I'm glad people are finding me. Not sure. Mary, have you found me yet? I don't see Mary yet. Let's see if she, well, anyway, she'll find us. Oh, there she is. Hi, Mary. Okay, good. Phew. All right, we got the bump in the road out of the way already. So want to quickly remind you that I do send out free project sheets that match up with some of my videos. You can go to SueStampfield.com to subscribe to those if you haven't already. You'll get a welcome email when you sign up for those that has 2 free project sheets in it so that you can get creating right away. I hope these videos give you a little creative inspiration so that you make and send even more cards and just make more people happy and feeling cared for. Okay, so we're gonna make a fun fold card tonight. Linda found me too. Excellent. Hey Jana. I'm gonna warn you, I'm really tired, so maybe that's what happened here. I'd like to blame the technology, but I have a feeling it was operator error. We've had a lot of storms here in Minnesota. I don't know. Let me know what your weather has been like. It's been very hot and humid, and then we get these bad storms at night. So 2 nights in a row we've had bad storms. As many of you know, my sweet dog Mercy does not like storms and gets extremely panicked and freaked out by them. So it's been a couple rough nights. And then my other dog Winston, who has no issue with storms, had some stomach issues last night, and he went outside, had to go out, I don't know, 4 or 5 times during the night. So I am very short on sleep. So I'm hoping you guys will help me get this fun fold figured out together. I hope I have it here. Do I have it here? Oh, I do. Okay. So sometimes I go back in my card stash from many, many years ago and pull out old fun folds that I did back in the day. And it's fun to kind of revisit those. And I hope you do that as well. Things that we, were making a lot of at the time and then we kind of got away from it. It's fun to go back and make those again. So this is one I found in my stash. I don't even know how old this paper is. I mean, this has to have been maybe 2017, I want to say, maybe older than that. But let's take a look at it and see if we can figure it out. So I'm going to go to the desktop camera here. Let's hope I don't hit any wrong buttons. Come on. Hey, there we go. Oh, I got my coaster. Got to put my mug on my coaster. So I am super messy stamper. I lose stuff all the time. Let me turn the microphone here so maybe you can hear me better. And so we play a little drinking game here at Sue Stampfield. When I find something again, we all say found it and we take a drink of our beverage. I have ice water in my cup. Let me know what is in your cup tonight. And let's just get that out of the screen here. There is a fly flying, zooming around my stamp room. It's transitioning from biting deer fly season here in Minnesota to annoying housefly season. And so yeah, right now we have both of them. So how fun is that? Okay, so let me show you the card. And you might have made this one before. I haven't made it for quite a few years, but there's more ice water drinkers here. Woohoo! So it's so faded, I don't think you can even make out the greeting. And this was like a watercolor paper from years ago, kind of like a water lily thing. So this is it's called the triangle, oh hi Mercy, triangle tri-fold twist card. And I don't know if you can see it, there's a chunk of adhesive on here because there at some point there was something else on here. I think we had ribbon wrapped around it, if I remember correctly. But let me show you how this card works, and then we're going to repurpose it with different products. All right. So, oh, Gatorade, because you mowed today. Yeah, Jenna, Gatorade, good stuff. Get those fluids back. All right. So we're going to take our card here, and you can see it's vertical. A vertical card, but when you go to open it, it twists around and it is actually a horizontal card. Now it almost looks like it opens on the inside. It doesn't. It's so old that it's it's falling apart, literally falling apart. So, but it's just a fun way to do a, how do I want to say it? It's like an ambidextrous card, kind of. It's vertical and then it twists around to be landscape. So how fun is that? Should we try and figure this one out tonight? Fingers crossed that I can do it. It was from my technique club that I used to have years ago. And I had a little tiny card that had the most of the dimensions. Unfortunately, I still had the card. So I think I've got it sorted. We'll find out. I'm going to just see if I can move this. No, I can't. Okay, sorry. Quit playing with my camera here. All right, let's go ahead and let's make it. All right, so I've got my measurements. So we're going to use a new suite of products that is called Floral Charm. This is the designer series paper. Let me whip it out here so you can take a look. So on one side, we've got a beautiful floral design. And then on most of these, on the back side, we have more of a tone-on-tone look. This one is Pretty Peacock with this floral on the front. This one is Berry Burst, and it's got a little bit of a kind of early espresso. It's a brown, basically, and then with a basic beige background. And then on the reverse side, we have a solid Berry Burst there. And then this one is some leaves and little sprigs. And on the back side, we have this gorgeous Timid Tiger background, kind of tone on tone again. And then we have this fun floral right here with Petal Pink and Timid Tiger, and a little, looks like Mossy Meadow maybe. And then on the back we have Mossy Meadow / Old Olive. It looks a little more towards the mossy side there, doesn't it? Looked at that one. And then we have this one, which is beautiful Berry Burst with Night of Navy and a little Pretty Peacock in there. And on the back side, we have this Night of Navy pattern. So I think, oh, one more, almost missed one. Then we have this gorgeous floral here. Again, this one's Berry Burst. Also looks like it has Blackberry Bliss in it, maybe. Some Peacock and some either Mossy Meadow or Old Olive. And then on the back side, we have, that would look like Blackberry Bliss, doesn't it? So those are the different patterns in the designer paper. And I've narrowed it down here, close the door, to 2 choices. So we're going to use, so we could do it in Pretty Peacock with this pattern and a couple of the Pretty Peacock. Let me hold that up a little bit closer. I feel like I'm really far away tonight. I'm going to zoom. Let's do a little zooming action. I lost my mouse. Okay, maybe I won't zoom. Where's my mouse at? There it is. Oh, gosh. All right, let's do that. All right, I'll move the trackpad out of the way. So that's one option. The other option is to go Night of Navy. And this pattern, bring in those blues. Okay, so you guys need to pick here. Do you want number 1, which is the Night of Navy, or number 2, to make the Pretty Peacock? So 1 or 2, let me know in the comments which way we're going. And while you're voting for 1 or 2, and I'm going to try to keep them in the same order so I don't forget which is which, 1 or 2, drop your vote into the comments. I am going to locate, I got my measurements here. I'm going to grab my Simply scoring tool. I also have my my paper trimmer as well. All right, I've got a 1, I've got a 2, I've got a 1, I got a 2. Oh, okay. I'm seeing, wow, okay. 1 let's see. I'm seeing a lot of 2 and a lot of 1s. So, boy, it's really close. It's really close, you guys. So just when I see a whole batch of 2s, I'll see a whole batch of 1s. So I'm going to have to just make an executive decision here. All right, let's do Pretty Peacock. Let's try that. I'm going to set this one aside, and we're going to grab this. So I have, let's start with our card base for this card. And again, I'll show you the card again. So it is a trifold twist card. So it opens up like that, twists around. So starts out with the vertical and then twists around to a landscape card. And this one again is falling apart. So I have 2 pieces that are going to form the card base. You need 2 pieces because you have these diagonal parts on the front. So it's one piece is not going to be long enough. So we've got 2 pieces here, and we have, they are 4 inches by 10 1/4. And we're going to score both of them at 5.5 inches. I brought the bigger, oh, hold on a second. Where's my other, I have multiple paper trimmers in play today. It's, hang on. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. Found it. I had the broken stylus. I didn't want the broken stylus. I wanted the good stylus. Okay, I'm scoring this at 5.5 inches, okay? So that is not in half. I'm scoring it at 5.5, okay? So this side is shorter than this side. Doing the same on this one, 5.5. Remember, Susan, very tired. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. All right, so I've got, again, a shorter side, a longer side. The next step is to take the let's see, I'm going to make a 4-inch mark on the shorter side. So I could do that with a pencil. I'm actually just going to make a little tick mark with my scoring tool. You can also do that with your paper trimmer. Do you see that? Right there, that little tick mark, that's going to be my measurement. So I'm going to turn this around so I've got that shorter side, and I'm going to make a little tick mark on this one too at 4 inches. All right. So Mary is showing our card base sizes right here. Thank you so much, Mary. Give Mary Nass, our wonderful moderator, a shout out here. She had to hunt me down tonight. Like, where did Susan go? All right, so I'm going to score this now, and let's see. There we go. Let's take that one down. So we made the mark at 4 inches. Thank you, Mary. Made that mark at 4 inches. That was right here. You can also do that with a pencil. Either is fine. And now I'm going to measure from that 4-inch mark and score diagonally from the mark down to the point. Now you can do this on a paper trimmer. You can also do it on your scoring tool. I've added a Sharpie line at the 6-inch mark, and that's 4 times where I need to do a diagonal score like this. I just line up I'm lining up that tick mark with that Sharpie that center point. It's the 6-inch one is the one I chose. And then I have the point down at the bottom. So I'm going to score from that mark down to that bottom point. Okay. Hold that up so you can see that. All right. So I've got that one. Let's do the same thing on this one right here. Again, I've got a tick mark here at the 4-inch mark, and I'm going to angle that so that's lined up in that line. And we're going to go ahead and score that diagonally. Mary's getting some love in the comments. Thank you, Mary. We appreciate you. All right, I'm going to set this aside. And again, you absolutely could have done that, both of the making the tick mark and doing that diagonal scoring on your paper trimmer. Either way is fine. I just wanted to use the Simply Scoring tool because I think it's a little easier for you guys to see what's going on. So now we're going to fold this. I'm going to fold on the score line here, and I'm going to fold back on that diagonal, and I'm going to give that a crease. So that would require a bone folder, Susan. Oh, here's one. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. I have a bone folder. Now there are, when I look at this card, when I look at my sample card, you can see this will be like the top one here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and give that a crease on the angle there, and then also across the top of the card. Up this one, I like to just reinforce it, go to the other side, give that a good crease, and everything is creased down good on that one. Now, this one is going to form the other side. I believe I will have to flip it. Let's find out. If I do it wrong, that's okay. We can flip it back the other way. Yeah, that did look wrong, didn't it? Yep, that looks right. All right, so the other one I folded back. This one I'm folding forward. If you do it one way and it's not lining up, you just flip it around. Just don't stick anything down until you make sure it all works, right? So I'm going to crease this. So you see this, we've got the same thing here, but it's kind of the opposite. Because this one we did on the front, this one we did on the back. And it's going to form our card like that. Now, if you put the whole thing together and they're on opposite corners and you want them this way, just fold the card inside out. Doesn't matter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and adhere these two together. There was quite a bit of damage here in Minnesota from last night's storms. We had a lot of people were out of power. We were very fortunate that we were not among them. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put some adhesive on it, and I'm going to stick this one on top of it. This will form the inside of our card. We didn't have, the winds were howling, the lightning was so loud at one point I literally jumped out of my chair, so poor Mercy was not a happy dog. And I noticed my backyard trellis today took some damage. My bean vine fell down, taking part of my clematis with it, so we'll have to go out and get that sorted here. All my plants were knocked over and some chairs were thrown across the yard. But hey, it could have been worse, right? So we're feeling fortunate that it wasn't any worse. No trees down in our yard, so that was a blessing. All right, so we've got this. This is that base that we talked about. So vertical, and then twists around to be horizontal. Okay, so we've got our card base going. Let's go ahead and get some bits and pieces stuck on here. I've got little hanging chads on here. So let's bring in our designer paper. And I also have a piece of basic white. So this is going to be the layer for this, but first we're going to cut this at a diagonal. All right, it's going to go on that front of our card. So we're going to diagonally cut both of these pieces from the right corner to the lower left corner. So let's bring in our paper trimmer so that we can make that cut. I guess I need to figure out which way's up. Yeah, that'll be up. I don't know if this paper really has an up, I don't know that it's directional. I suppose some of the patterns you might prefer them one way or the other. All right, so I've got those cut from point to point. And this piece, did I give you the measurements for this? I don't think I did, so sorry. This is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, cut diagonally from corner to opposite corner. Does that make sense? And then we have a piece of basic white, and this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So square. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut that diagonally, point to point. There we go. All right. Really? People put noise-canceling headphones on dogs. Ugh, I've heard it all now. I did not know that. What I've been doing is we have an air purifier, and I've been doing it on the highest setting because that will just like kind of white noise and mask some things. Okay, so there we've got those pieces that are going to layer. How's everyone doing? Are we doing okay? Does that make sense? We've got those layer pieces. Let's start sticking things on. So we're going to start with these. I'm going to adhere these together first. go. Stick that on right here. And just going to line those on up. Yeah, I'm hoping my clematis will make it. I think it will. It wasn't like ripped out from the roots or anything. I think just the upper part got knocked down. It loves to climb on the bean vine. The bean vine is just like out of control. And I haven't gotten rid of it because the clematis likes to climb on it. And I do love my clematis. And sometimes they can be a little fiddly. Once you get them established, you don't want to mess with them. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. I am not any kind of gardener. I have a few things that I've managed to keep alive and don't have a lot of time for gardening these days. So like to keep what I have, if you know what I mean. All right, so we've got those layered up and now we're going to stick them on our card. All right, so let's go ahead. Stick it on with some sticky. Found it. It was laying right over there. Take a sip, everyone. We have located our star. All right, so I'm going to pop that right here on this flap that we cut diagonally. Kind of hard to see. I should open it all the way so that I can see the contrast of the work surface behind. Make sure I'm lined up there, and then we'll do the same with this piece. All right. There we go. Oh, that's great news, Joan. I'm glad to hear that you got the clear cancer report on your hubby. That's fantastic. All right, we've got that stuck down. So there's the front of our card there. And then we've got this top and bottom. We're just going to put a couple decorative pieces of designer paper on there because we can. Right? We're just going to decorate that up a little bit. And so these pieces are 5/8 of an inch by 3 7/8. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and stick that on. I love how supportive our YouTube community here is of everyone watching. I think you guys are awesome how you support each other, and crafters are the nicest people, right? Am I right? So nice, because they're always making things for others, and so they care about others, and I think that shows through. All right, got that stuck on. All right, let's pop this down at the bottom right here. Well, we can get it a little straighter than that, Sue. Come on. All right. Okay, so we've got the front of our card. And then on the inside of our card, we're going to put a piece of basic white right here. And that measures not long enough. Okay, this piece is not coming out right. Hang on, I might have made a cutting boo-boo. Let me check it. It's the right width. Seems like it should be a little bit longer though. Oh yeah, I cut it wrong. The measurements are right on the sheet, Mary. What I gave you is correct. What I cut is incorrect. So bear with me. Let me find a piece of basic white. How hard could it be, right? Hang on, I got one right here. All right, we're gonna get this sorted. No worries. All right, let's cut this. I agree with you, Mary. We have the greatest people hanging out with us. How lucky are we? All right, so this inside piece is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, but my brain decided to cut it a different size. Not a surprise tonight, not at all. All right, we got that sorted. Fantabulous. All right, let's grab it here and let's pop this right inside our card, and then we get the fun part, right? We can decorate it. That's the part I don't quite know what we're doing yet, so we're going to figure it out. And let's pop this right in here. All right. Okay, we are ready to decorate. Now you can see this card can be somewhat bouncy, and I think that is why this one initially had a piece of ribbon wrapped around it. All that's left is the little piece of tape that was holding that down. but you can see over time this did flatten out. So I think we can get it flatter, honestly. I'm gonna try doing this thing where you fold it inside out and then fold it back, crease it again. But we could do a ribbon, totally possible to do a ribbon, that we can make that happen. Or you could also do a belly band if you wanted to. All right, let's grab this, give that a crease. Just reinforcing all those score lines just to get it nice and flat. Okay, which way do I want to be up? I think that I want it to be the up part. So I'm going to grab a piece of scrap white paper here, and I have a dirty stamp. That's no good. Let's clean our stamp, Susan. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get my Stampin' Scrub, my Stampin' Mist, give it a little squirt here, and rub that off. Okay, so we're going to take an ink that I don't have off my shelf. Let me grab it. Pretty Peacock. There it is. I didn't know which one you guys were going to pick. So let's stamp "Thanks for Being You." And that is right out of the Charming Day stamp set here that goes with this suite. And it comes with a bunch of fun dies as well. We might want to add one of those to our card. We'll decide. I'm going to cut out my sentiment here. Now I'm just using a scrap piece of white. I have a boatload in this particular size. And I'm going to use the Unbounded Love dies. They have a lot of nice shapes in here. Let's, like this one would work. This little frame would work beautifully for that. Also this circle right here would also work. Those are probably my two favorites. I think that circle's a little too small. This bigger circle I think is the way to go. So let me know which one you think we should use. Number 1 is the circle. Number 2 is the rectangle. Let me know your preference there. And while you're voting for that, I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine so that we can make that cut. And I'm also thinking we might want to add, we'll have our sentiment here, we might want to have a little leaf. So let's grab a little piece of Pretty Peacock. Just one moment. Pretty Peacock, Pretty Peacock. Aha, found it. And Night of Navy. All right, I got a piece of Night of Navy here. I think we'll take those dies, the Charming Day dies here. Charming Day dies? And we're going to go ahead. Okay, I've got some votes for two, some ones and ones. I'm seeing more 2s, so we're going to go with the rectangle shape. Now, it actually cuts the inside out of the scallop, so we can decide whether we want to also attach the scallop. All right, I just chucked these in here. Let's hope the one I wanted is in here, you guys. Oh yes, here it is. I'm going to go with this leaf one here. I don't even have these on a magnet yet. Oh my goodness. They're flying everywhere. Ah, okay, it's getting wild. It's getting wild. Nothing new. Same old, same old. All right, shove them back in there so they don't go missing. All right, so we're gonna go with this one, right guys? All right, let's pop this over here. And you were gonna grab the die cutting machine, Susan, and you got distracted. Yes, I did. All right, let's bring this in. Die cutting machine right here. Fantastic. And let's flip this around. And we're gonna go ahead and cut the Thanks for Being You. So let's just line that up here. That looks straight, you guys. You can probably see it better than I can. And then I'm gonna grab, oh, where are the sticky notes? They're way back. Okay, I see them. I just can't reach. Found it. All right, we're gonna tack that down. I think that's straight. I'm looking at it sideways and not over top of it. So fingers crossed. All right, and then this is way more paper than you need to. Seriously, let's give this a chop. Just give this a little chopified. It's not even straight. It's all crickety. Doesn't matter. Just want a little scrap. Chop a leaf out of that. So let's send this through. And oh, Sandy says there's a tsunami on the way. Oh my goodness, that's not good. All right, there we go. And I am going to cut a leaf out of navy as well. Okay, there's our little thanks. Now we also have this frame. All right, where's my, here it is. Take your pick tool. Aha, found it. Take a sip, everyone. Let me just pop this little frame out of here. I don't know if we'll use the frame or not, but we might save that for another project. We can decide, but there we have our thanks for being you. And then we also have our little leaf here. Poking that out. Ow! Don't poke yourself, Susan. Let's, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Cindy says that you could do the scallop in the pretty peacock instead of in white. Yeah, good point. Good point. Let's put all these, can I fit all this in my hand? Oh my gosh, I need a bigger hand, you guys. There we go. There we go. All right, we got all our bits and pieces. So this is from Unbounded Love. This one is from the Charming Day dies. Okay, and then while I'm at it here, I am going to cut some leaves out of navy. If you recall, if you were with me at the beginning of the video, I gave you guys a choice on which card base you wanted, which color combination, and I actually already did a I had started doing a navy one before the video just to make sure I remembered how to make the card, and I didn't finish it, and so this way we can have a twofer because we like our twofers. All right, let's go ahead and poke that out, and there we have our other leaf right there. And for that one, I already have a circle, so it's also the other choice. So this way we get the best of both worlds, right? We've got the circle from Unbounded Love for that one. So let's make two cards, guys. Hurrah, a twofer. Woohoo! Right, Virginia? All right, so where'd my card go? Found it. I've lost my card. This is not good. So again, remember that these cards start out vertically and go to horizontal. So you want to kind of keep that in mind when you're doing your inside sentiment and when you're decorating your card so that you go the right direction. So this, I'm going to put right, oh gosh, there's different options. Now I can put it right in the center there and stick it on one side. And when it opens up like that, oh, I like that. I kind of like that because there's a nice little contrast when you pop it around. So this is where Cindy had mentioned, whoa, get back over here. This is where Cindy had mentioned you could cut this die again and just get the frame and have the frame be pretty peacock, which would look pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and add these pretty peacock leaves here. And I'm just going to have those kind of poking out from the thanks on this side. So I'm going to stick that, my leaves down with a dimensional. Oh, found them. Haha. They were where they belonged. Who put them away? What? That can't be me, that's for sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and stick the leaves down. How do I want those? Kind of angled like that, maybe? Maybe. I've stuck myself to the dimensional. Oh my goodness, Susan. All right, there we go. All right, we got our leaf tacked down there, and we're going to take our thank you. Thanks for being you. And we're going to tack that on there, okay? So there's the front of our card, and this is going to flip around like that. And then on the inside of the card, I've got a question for you, okay? Question and answer time. My question for you is, on the inside, so remember it says, thanks for being you. So you're not really This could be you're thanking them for doing something just because they're a kind person, they did something, or you're just thanking them for being the person that they are. So from that, looking at it through that lens, could we do happy birthday on the inside? Thanks for being you, happy birthday. What do you guys think? If not, we could also do, if it was more of a thank you card, we can say thanks for being you, you made my day. Also very nice. So I think either would be a doable option. Let me know in the comments which direction you think we should go for this particular card. And while you're voting, I'm just going to pop, is that what I want in there? No, it's kind of big. Hang on. Where'd my stamp set go? Oh my gosh, Susan, you can lose anything. I totally can. Oh, found it. You know what? There's a little sprig stamp in here. I haven't even used this one yet. I have almost every stamp from this case on my desk because I'm actually doing a big in-person presentation this weekend, and this is my set that I'm doing. Go with birthday. Go with you made my day. Let's see. You made my day. Yes, you could do birthday. Looks like I could do either. You guys say that, yeah, either way would be good. All right, I'm gonna just take a minute here to mount this stamp the right way, because if I don't, I will regret it. So bear with me while I peel the label off the label sheet here. Haven't used this particular image yet. I'm gonna pop it on my block and just remove the backing there. So I now have the sticker on my block, sticky side up, and I'm going to take my stamp and I'm just going to hover. I have to pull it way towards me, you guys. I'm sorry if you can't see, but I need to see. I need to be right over it so that I'm lining it up. All right, there we go. And I just push it down. Now the sticker is adhered to the back of the stamp and it's all lined up. And I'm just going to have those leaves kind of down here in the corner of the card right there. Just a little something something on the inside. So you guys say either way is good. So thanks for being you. Well, for this one, let's do you made my day. And how about the navy one we'll do? Oh my gosh, that's really bad inking, Sue. This is going to be so crooked. I have a feeling. Let me test it out. It's not as bad as I thought. Okay, let's... I don't know if I can do it straight. Okay, if I don't get it straight, we can always cover it up with something. Oh, hey, that's not too bad. All right, you made my day. All right, I probably should have done a little bit higher, but that's okay. All right, so we've got this one done, unless we add embellishments, which, you know, we might do that. Let's bring in that navy one, okay, guys? Let's bring in the navy one. Again, you totally could tie this closed with the ribbon. Totally fine. Let's grab our navy version. So this is the one I made before the video, just with the other pattern combo there. And this one I did, thanks for being you, on the circle. Now again, this one I could do the same thing and put it in the center. I also could put it on one side instead of in the center and keep the center open. What do you guys think? Where's our leaves here? Should I do it in the center or on the side? Let me know in the comments. Center or side? C for center, S for side. If we do, we'd have our leaves in here as well. I think they would still fit. Probably do it like that if I did it off to the side. Let me know in the comments, center or side. Which way should we go on this one? And we could have done the same on this. We could have done it in the center or on the side. So let's see. Ellen says on the side. Virginia says in the center. Anyone else want to jump in with a vote? Leanne says side. Nancy says center. Flo says center. Few more sides coming in. Either one is good. All right, well, why don't we do this one on the side since we did that one in the center? That way we're seeing both. We're showcasing both options. I'm just going to play with my leaves here and see if I want to do these a different direction, or maybe they fit a little better that way. Let's go with that. Let's slide that up just a skosh and find where I put the dimensionals. This is the problem, my friends. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. We start creating, we throw it down, we cover it up, and then we can't find it, right? But I've located the dimensionals, so take a celebratory sip there. We found them, and then we're going to grab this right here. Thanks for being you, and pop that in place. And there we have, this one is going to say happy birthday. Oh, you need a navy ink pad, Sue. You almost did it in Pretty Peacock. Oh my goodness. And then let's do this one right here. Happy birthday. Like that. And do I want to do a little flower or leaf? I think I'll just leave this one like that. Okay. Now, embellishment wise, let's talk about it, right? We have options here. I'm really liking it on the side. I wonder if I should have moved that one. Oh, well, I'm just going to leave it. Okay. So this suite actually also comes with some embellishments. The Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots, they are called. And so on this one, I can put some of these little Night of Navy ones. I also could do the Berry Burst ones because there is berry in this. You could double down on that pink if you'd rather. I don't know. Maybe I should do the pink. What do you guys think? Oh, I love putting on the gems. That's the fun part. They're all sparkly. It's that kind of finishing touch that really makes the card. Let's see what the pink one looks like, you guys. Let's see. I can actually put it on here. I could put it over here. Let's see. No, I think I like the navy, but you could go either way. I think you could go either way. I'm gonna try the navy because it's gonna match my leaves. Then I'm in a matchy mood, I guess. So whatever, right? Let's grab this, and then we'll do one more little one. Whoopsie. Flipped it upside down. Let's put it right over here maybe. All right, so we've got a few sparkly bits on there. And I'll probably move those around 6 or 7 times. Because that's what I do. I'm so picky about gem location. All right, we got those. Now this one, I don't have Pretty Peacock. It's not an option, but there is some petal pink in here. So I'm going to go petal pink on this one. So this one I'm kind of changing it up a little bit with just a little bit of very subtle shimmery pink in there. Thanks for being you. And then we'll put one over on this side right here. And there we have that one right there. You can just, they're probably hard to see on the camera, but it's a nice little blingy shimmer there. You could even put one of these actually right on the little tag maybe. It's maybe easier to see, right? And then you made my day. So there we go. What do you guys think of the triangle trifold twist card? I had to say that really slowly because it is a tongue twister with triple T's. Let's bring in the measurements here. I'm not going to clean my mess up. Oh my goodness, Susan. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's bring these in right here and right here. This one is, I don't know why this one's being more cooperative on the flatness. All right, hang on, I gotta crease it a little bit so that you can hopefully see it better. Come on, flatten out for me. Yeah, doesn't wanna. All right, can you guys see those dimensions all right? Go ahead and take a screenshot of that. And a quick reminder, I do send out free project sheets via email if you subscribe at my website, SueStampfield.com. And you know what? This one might be a good one to do a project sheet on. Let me know if you would find that useful. And there we have our charming floral, wait, what's it called? Hang on. The designer paper is called Floral Charm. The stamp set bundle with dies is called Charming Day. So there we have our cards. And let's go ahead. Joan says she keeps all the free project sheets and tutorials I do in a 3-ring binder. Great idea, Joan. Judy says yes, a project sheet would be helpful on this one. So yeah, I think this one would be a good one. So fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to flip the camera around, and I do apologize for the little error I had when I went live and then hit a button and everything stopped and we had to start a whole new stream. So I do apologize for that. Thank you for your patience with me. I appreciate you. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. So keep it up. You're doing amazing things, and I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back Saturday night at 7:30, not 6:30, 7:30 Central Time for another creative video. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.